Today I want to show you the difference in the growth of the Cornish Cross hens and a regular laying bird. The Cornish Cross breed of chicken is one of the most prolific when it comes to meat birds. It's probably what you're buying from the store and what most of your local farmers are going to be raising. And there's a big reason for that. It's because of how quickly they grow. In only 6 to 8 weeks, these things will grow to full size, which is incredible when you understand how slow a regular laying hen's growth actually is. Now this chick is only 3 weeks old, and you can see the size of it in my hands. In just a minute, I'm going to be bringing out a laying hen to compare the size side by side. But I want to show you and give you, they don't like to be held very much. But I want to show you specifically some of the things that grow with the Cornish Cross. Their legs grow a lot thicker, and, oh, be careful, I'll be careful. And their breast meat grows a lot bigger, a lot faster than a normal laying hen. This is what makes them ideal for a lot of people when it comes to meat choices. And as we go and compare this to a laying hen, we're also going to note how much bigger and thicker their legs are. This actually stops them, not just their thickness of their legs, but the thickness of their thighs, stops them from being able to effectively fly when it comes to their coops. They're not very good at it. They can't jump very high, they don't roost because of it, and they sleep on the floor. A lot different than a laying hen. Now, one of the major reasons why when we have pasture-raised chickens, we actually chicken tractor them, and that's by putting them inside of a containment like we have now and letting them have access to grass, and then the next day moving them to the next pasture is because of their limited mobility. That limited mobility keeps them from being able to flee from predators. They can't fly, they can't run, and they have exercise limitations. They can't actually be out foraging all day long just due to their size of their bodies. Now here we have as a direct size comparison. This chick is 6 weeks old and this chick is only 3. We could see a huge difference in their thighs, and it's a little bit hard to tell right now because this chick's full of food. If this wasn't here, it'd be almost flush. It's kind of hard for me to show you on camera. Let me do one chick at a time. So if we look at this chick's back thighs, they're almost non-existent. There's nothing here at all, and this is a laying hen, so it's not growing in that area. And their breast, for their breast meat, is basically non-existent also. What I have right here, this pouch, stores all the food here and then moves it to the gizzard later. So this pouch will go down. If we push the pouch off to the side, this is pretty much what it looks like. And let's just look at this Cornish Cross again. Its thighs are much thicker. You can see and feel what goes on here. Sounds bad to say this, but you can almost imagine the actual thigh that you'd buy from the store right here. And same thing with the breast. It hasn't grown much yet, but the breast is a lot more visible. And the weight between the two chickens is unmistakable. That laying hen that I showed you, basically weightless in comparison to this one. This one's already 1.5 pounds just right here. I'm not the best about weight in my hands, but significantly different. And then we'll look at the feet again. These legs are nowhere as big and as beefy as those last legs are. You can also see that there's a significantly more amount of feathers on this chicken. You will see that when it comes to the difference of them. Those chickens are still only 3 weeks old, so they will get a lot more feathers on them. However, you do still see a lot more feathers on a laying hen than you will see a Cornish Cross. Now, because of these chickens' high, fast growth rate, they need a lot of food. And they also poop a lot. So you'll see on the ground, if you've ever had laying hens before, you'll be surprised at how much these guys poop all over the floor. It is beyond what you're used to when it comes to a laying hen. They're a lot different with that, which is why it's really good to have them in a chicken tractor for your ground so it fertilizes as they move because they poop so much, but it also means that you have to move them. You can't just keep them in one spot. It's the purpose of having these chicken tractors and the way that we raise them this way. So for anyone curious out there, I just wanted to show you the difference between a Cornish Cross and a regular laying hen, because I know a lot of people don't actually know the difference between the two and their growth pattern. When you go to the store, almost every chicken that you're going to buy is probably a Cornish Cross, and it's because of their incredible growth. Now, these chickens get their name Cornish Cross because they're a cross between two chickens. One is a Cornish chicken, which is known as a really meaty chicken, and the Plymouth Rock breed, which is known to be a really fast grower. Now, due to the nature of their cross, they are actually fertile and they won't lay eggs, so the only thing that you get out of them is meat. If you have any more questions about our chicken tractor or about Cornish Cross or raising birds in general, let's talk in the comments. And check out the video we have for the chicken tractor for our laying hens. It's much different. It's a structure built straight on top of a trailer. It's a very solid build and much different than this on the ground chicken tractor that we have here. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you on the next one.